Hey, what is going on, everyone? I hope all of you are doing well. So, we're continuing on with the Transformer franchise, and I'm going to be reviewing Bumblebee. So this movie was kind of the studio's way of rebooting the franchise in some fashion. I guess even though the first five Transformer films did pretty well. For the most part, it seemed like it did not do as well as the studios would have expected. So this was kind of their idea of how about we boot the franchise by doing a spin-off of some sort on Bumblebee. Now, the film takes place or is set in the 80s. I believe it's like the mid to late 80s. Is it Haley Steinfeld? I believe is how you pronounce her name. She's in Pitch Perfect 2 and 3, I believe, and she's been in a other slew of films. And she's kind of your typical teenager turning 18, and kind of discovering who she is and dealing with normal daily life. And of course, Bumblebee is pretty much in hiding. There is a war going on between in Cybertron, between, of course, Autobots, Decepticons, and you got the government, of course, trying to find these Transformers. One of these soldiers is played by John Cena. It's your generic plot, pretty much, and of course, Haley Steinfeld's character kind of, falls into that, into that mess of some sort. So this one's okay. It's it's your typical Transformer movie, so you're gonna have those big, battles and summer blockbuster moments in the film. Those action sequences. The story's decent. Of course, it's generic. It was really interesting that they decided to go with something like this as their, idea of a, reboot of the franchise. But I don't feel like it's a reboot. I just feel like it's a prequel to the first movie, which kind of references it in some way. I think the intentions was originally supposed to be a reboot slash prequel, but I don't get neither of those. This one I don't really care for. To be honest with you, this is one of those movies you could probably skip because there's not. The story is generic, it's basic, it's pretty much things we already know. To be honest with you, I would have been alright with a Transformer movie starting on Cybertron. That would have been decent, and then it could have led Bumblebee landing on Earth while the others are still on Cybertron. And that would kind of and then kind of coexist into the first movie. And then what you could have done as a post-credit scene is Optimus and the rest of the Autobots crash landing on Earth when in the first movie when Bumblebee is trying to contact everybody and they start coming down. We should have got that as a post credit if they had done a live action War of Cybertron. Would be I think a better reboot slash prequel. But for this, again, I didn't care for it. It's, to me, I feel like it's more of a time waster. If you're doing something you just want to pop a movie in, this would probably be the best route to go. Haley Steinfeld, I think, is okay. I just feel like, and I don't know if it's just her acting or is it just typecast, but she seems to play the same characters in pretty much every single movie she does. I don't, like I said, it could be a typecasting or it could be just how her acting is. But that's kind of how I felt. So her character, I just didn't really care too much for. Yes, it did have its funny moments here and there, but to me, it's just a forgettable movie. I waited a long time to see this movie. I did not see it when it first came out. I didn't go to see it in theaters. I didn't see it after the first 2 to 3 years it came out. It had been out on home video. I didn't watch it, so it took me a while because it just wasn't something I really had an interest for. It didn't get me all excited like the other previous films. At least they had stories that I felt were decent. Yes, they have their flaws, but they had a story that worked, and they had characters that worked and blended in really well. So, but this one, not so much. But with that being said, that is my review and thoughts. I don't want to try to give away too much for those who may have not seen it. But you know, you could probably go on YouTube and just check out some of the scenes here and there. You could probably skip this film in its entirety because it just really makes no sense. And considering they're trying to reboot the franchise, but yet, you know, this and the slightly newer one that I'll be reviewing, they don't, it's like they're not even connected. At least the first three in some way were connected with the stories and the characters. Not this. So what are you trying to get? I thought the whole point was doing a reboot of the franchise. So it's like the studios have no idea what they're trying to do. But if you've seen it, I would love to hear your opinion on the film. So definitely comment down below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, we're getting close. I think we have one more to go, and then that'll be it on the Transformer franchise. I'm not sure what franchise I will be reviewing next. I have a couple ideas, but in the meantime, you know, I'll be I'll try to focus on reviewing a few movies before I decide what franchise I'm going to do next. And I do apologize for the lighting. I'm using natural light, and it looks like it's going to pour again. That's, you know, Florida weather here. But yeah, I wish I could say more, but I don't want to make this video too long. But thank you guys for tuning in on Film Talk with Mikey, and until next time, guys, we'll talk films. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.